What's up, Metagrounds community? Before we dive in, make sure to smash that subscribe button because what I'm about to reveal about the Lawbymike vs. Roblox lawsuit will absolutely blow your mind. And trust me, you're going to want to stick around until the very end, because I've uncovered some evidence that could completely change the outcome of this case. So by now you've probably heard the bombshell news. Lawbymike, the Duke Law graduate and practicing attorney with over a decade of experience, has officially announced he's suing Roblox. But here's what most people don't know, and this is where it gets absolutely insane. There are hidden details in his statements, leaked numbers, and behind-the-scenes moves that reveal this lawsuit is way bigger than anyone realizes. But first, let me paint you the picture of just how massive this situation has become. We're talking about a platform with 111.8 million daily active users. That's more than the population of most countries. And here's the kicker that Lawbymike is definitely using in court. 40% of those users are under 13 years old. We're talking about roughly 4 million children potentially at risk. Now, the announcement itself was strategic, and I mean strategic. Lawbymike didn't just randomly decide to sue Roblox. This has been building up for months. In his announcement, he specifically mentioned that he's supporting legal force against Roblox on the grounds of child safety concerns. But here's the first hint that most people missed. He used very specific legal language that suggests he already has substantial evidence. When a lawyer of his caliber says he's supporting legal force, that's not casual language. That's courtroom language. That's, I have receipts, language. And the timing. It coincides perfectly with the Louisiana Attorney General's lawsuit that's been making headlines for accusing Roblox of being full of predators. But wait, it gets even more interesting. Lawbymike specifically mentioned in his video that Roblox is not as secure as it has said it is. Now, that might sound like a general statement, but in legal terms, that's what we call laying the groundwork for a false advertising or misrepresentation claim. He's not just going after them for safety failures, he's potentially going after them for lying about their safety measures. Here's where this story takes a wild turn that nobody saw coming. Lawbymike isn't working alone. He's teamed up with the legal team behind Schlep, the controversial predator catcher, who got banned from Roblox in August 2025. And the details around this partnership reveal some absolutely shocking evidence that could make or break this case. First, let's talk about why Schlep got banned. Roblox claimed he was running vigilante groups that moved users off-site to participate in sexual conversations, and that these groups normalized such behavior on the platform. But here's what Roblox doesn't want you to know, and this is evidence that's definitely going to come up in court. Schlep's work led to at least 6 actual arrests of real predators. 6 arrests. Let me repeat that. 6 arrests. That means law enforcement found Schlep's evidence credible enough to actually prosecute people. So when Roblox banned him for vigilantism, they essentially banned someone who was successfully identifying and helping catch actual criminals on their platform. Now, when Schlep announced the partnership with Lawbymike, he initially posted, "Lawbymike is teaming up," but then had to clarify that he personally isn't suing Roblox, just sharing his legal team. But here's the smoking gun detail that everyone missed. Schlep said, "You guys asked for it." That suggests there was public pressure and demand for this legal action, which could be crucial for establishing public interest and harm in the lawsuit. Now here's where things get absolutely terrifying, and this is evidence that Lawbymike is 100% going to use to destroy Roblox in court. The reported incidents of predatory behavior have skyrocketed from 3,000 in 2024 to 13,000 in 2025. That's a 333% increase in just 1 year. Let me break down why this statistic is absolutely devastating for Roblox's defense. First, it shows the problem is getting worse, not better, despite all their claims about improved safety measures. Second, it establishes a pattern of escalating harm. Third, and this is the legal knockout punch, it suggests that whatever safety measures Roblox has been implementing are completely ineffective. But wait, there's more. These aren't just random numbers. These are reported incidents. That means for every one of these 13,000 cases, someone had to actually file a report. Legal experts estimate that reported incidents represent only a fraction of actual incidents, which means the real number could be in the tens of thousands or even higher. And here's the detail that's going to haunt Roblox in court. They have 44 million users under 13, and they're seeing 13,000 reported incidents. That's roughly 1 reported incident for every 3,384 child users. From a legal liability standpoint, that's absolutely catastrophic. Now, let's talk about Lawbymike's legal strategy, because the clues are all there if you know where to look. Based on his statements and the evidence that's emerged, he's not just filing one type of lawsuit, he's building a multi-pronged legal attack that could cost Roblox hundreds of millions of dollars. First, there's the negligence angle. The 333% increase in incidents shows Roblox failed in their duty to protect users. Second, there's the false advertising angle. Remember when he said, Roblox is not as secure as it has said it is? That's setting up a deceptive practices claim. Third, there's the potential for a class action, because we're talking about millions of affected users. But here's the legal strategy detail that most people missed. Lawbymike specifically mentioned supporting the Louisiana Attorney General's legal action. That's not just solidarity, that's strategic coordination. When state attorneys general and private attorneys coordinate on cases like this, it creates a two-front legal war that's incredibly difficult for corporations to defend against. And the timing of his announcement reveals another strategic element. He waited until after Schlep's ban caused major advertiser backlash against Roblox. Companies like Walmart pulled their advertising after the controversy. Lawbymike is suing Roblox when they're already financially and reputationally vulnerable. That's masterful legal timing. Now let's talk about the evidence, because Lawbymike and his team have been building what I can only describe as an evidence mountain that's going to bury Roblox in court. And I found details about this evidence that reveal just how strong their case really is. First, there's Schlep's documentation. Remember those 6 arrests? That means Schlep has documented evidence of predatory behavior that was credible enough for criminal prosecution. That documentation is now available to Lawbymike's legal team. We're talking about chat logs, user behavior patterns, and proof of actual crimes. Second, there are the internal Roblox communications that are likely to be subpoenaed. When companies face lawsuits like this, discovery requests can uncover internal emails, policy discussions, and executive communications that show what the company really knew about safety problems, and when they knew it. Third, and this is huge, there's the multidistrict litigation, MDL, that was proposed in 2020 to consolidate multiple lawsuits against Roblox. Lawbymike's case could potentially be added to this MDL, which would combine resources and evidence from multiple legal teams across the country. But here's the evidence detail that could be the smoking gun: Roblox's own safety response statements. When they responded to the Louisiana lawsuit, they outlined specific safety measures like chat filters, parental controls, and direct message limits for users under 13. But if Lawbymike can prove these measures are inadequate or ineffective, Roblox's own statements become evidence against them. So the big question everyone's asking, who's winning this legal battle? And based on the evidence and statements I've analyzed, there are some major indicators that suggest Lawbymike has the upper hand, but Roblox isn't going down without a fight. On Lawbymike's side, the evidence is overwhelming. The 333% increase in incidents, the 6 arrests from Schlep's work, the coordinated legal strategy with state attorneys general, and the growing public pressure all point to a strong case. Plus, Lawbymike is a Duke Law graduate with over a decade of experience. He wouldn't announce a lawsuit unless he was confident he could win. But here's where Roblox might have an advantage: money and resources. They can afford the best legal teams, they can drag out litigation for years, and they've been preparing for lawsuits like this. Their immediate response was to highlight their safety measures and investments in child protection. However, there's one detail that suggests Lawbymike is winning the public relations battle, which often influences legal outcomes. After Schlep's ban and the subsequent controversies, major advertisers started pulling out of Roblox. That financial pressure could force Roblox to settle rather than face a prolonged legal battle. And here's the subtle hint that suggests momentum is on Lawbymike's side: the fact that his lawsuit announcement went viral. When legal announcements go viral, it usually means there's significant public support and interest, which can influence both jury pools and settlement negotiations. Now, here's the bombshell revelation I promised at the beginning that changes everything about this case. Based on my analysis of all the statements, evidence, and legal filings, this isn't just about one lawsuit. This is the beginning of what could be the largest child safety legal action in gaming history. Multiple state attorneys general are investigating Roblox. There are dozens of individual lawsuits being filed. And now high-profile legal influencers like Lawbymike are joining the fight. We're potentially looking at a legal tsunami that could force fundamental changes in how gaming platforms protect children. And here's the final hint that reveals the true scope of this case: Lawbymike didn't just announce he was suing Roblox, he said he was supporting legal force. That suggests this is part of a coordinated, multi-front legal campaign that's bigger than any single lawsuit. The evidence, the timing, the partnerships, and the escalating incidents all point to one conclusion: this legal battle is just getting started, and it's going to be massive. That's all for today's deep dive into the Lawbymike vs. Roblox lawsuit. What do you think? Is Lawbymike going to win? Are we seeing the beginning of major changes in gaming platform safety? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Smash that like button if this analysis helped you understand the case better. And don't forget to subscribe to Media Grounds for more breaking coverage of this developing legal battle. I'll be following every development in this case, and bringing you exclusive analysis you won't find anywhere else. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.